Hello, Kensingtonites. Welcome back to our second edition of our Exploring Nonfiction unit. Okay, we're going to be digging deeper into the complex text. All right, one of the ways we can dig deep into the complex text is by using the three big questions. I can read and reread to understand complex informational text by reading with one of the three big questions in mind. Okay, so make sure you set up your notebook. You can go ahead and press pause. Make sure you have your page number, your title, the date, your I can statement, and this is our anchor chart. And this is an example of my stop and jot. You do not have to copy down my example of the stop and jot. I share that with you later in the video. So press pause. Okay, and we're back. So the three big nonfiction questions are: what surprised me in this text? What did the author think I already knew? What challenged, changed, or confirmed what I already knew? So many of these questions are the exact questions that you are using in your social studies inquiry unit right now. And we have worked hard to get these units to sync up so that you are understanding that research and reading informational text and writing informational text all work together. Okay? So, a way that you can get yourself jump starting with your thinking is by looking at these critical thinking sentence starters. At first, I thought this, but I had to rethink. My thoughts changed when I changed my mind about. I firmly believe that. I was shocked about. I never thought that. I never knew that. Really? Seriously? I did not know that. The author thought I knew that. I was confused by. All of these are great ways to get your brain thinking about responding to that nonfiction text. Okay, so these are the three big questions. What surprised me in this text? What did the author think I already knew? What challenged, changed, or confirmed what I already knew? And I just put these jump starters down here for you. Okay, so this is Lessons from the Deep. Awesome. Of all the strange and wonderful creatures that live in the ocean, one unique creature stands out above the rest. It is the amazing octopus. There are over 300 different types of octopus, and they can be found in every ocean of the world. The octopus has a body unlike any other animal. Its body, called the mantle, is soft and shaped like a bag. The octopus can squeeze into impossibly small cracks and crevices because it has no bones in its body, and its 8 rubbery arms are attached to its head near its mouth. The octopus's arms are covered with suckers, which help grab and taste things. The octopus can see very far distances, but it cannot hear anything at all. Okay, I'm just going to stop and I'm going to say, until that last sentence, the author had not told me anything that I didn't already know about an octopus, but I had no idea that octopi are deaf. They can't hear you, but they can see really well. That's got me a little interested, so I'm going to read on. The octopus's body is amazing on the inside, too. Along with its stomach and other organs, the octopus has 3 hearts. 3 hearts? Okay, I gotta stop. That just makes me think of Jabba the Hutt. Okay, right? We all know Jabba the Hutt. What do they have? They have like 8 hearts. Okay, so already I'm making connections. I'm making connections to fiction, but I'm still making connections to what I'm reading. And so that gets me to dig deeper into my understanding of this topic. Of its 2 of its hearts send blood, which is light blue, to its gills. Gills? I didn't know that an octopus has gills. I think fish have gills. On 2 of its arms. It's got gills on its arms? Whoa, wait a minute. Let me go back and reread that sentence again. 2 of its hearts sends blood, which is light blue, to its gills on 2 of its arms. The third heart sends blood to the rest of its body. When the octopus breathes in, water comes in through its gills and fills the body. When the octopus breathes out, the water comes out of the siphon. What is a siphon? I don't even have a clue. One of the most striking characteristics of the octopus is the wide array of techniques it uses to avoid or thwart its attackers. Okay, I'm going to stop reading here because I've got confirmation. I'm reading nonfiction, okay? And I've already had lots of reactions to this text. So let's look at what I have discovered. At first, I thought this text was gonna be boring because the author was telling me stuff I already know. But when I found out that the octopus had great eyesight but couldn't hear well, that really made me curious. And 3 hearts? Seriously? So, we want to make sure that we write down what surprises us about the text, what the author thought we already knew about the text, and what changed or confirmed what I already knew. Well, I already knew that the octopus had 8 arms, and I already knew that it could taste things with its little suckers. And yeah, I'm sure there was a couple other things in there too that I already knew. So I've already got some things that I'm pretty surprised about. And we're going to investigate an article on our Jamboards during guided practice. It's a completely different article. And we're going to look at how to apply these 3 big questions to that new article. So make sure you show up for guided practice. Now, your independent practice is to answer this question about the nonfiction text that you have chosen. Resources for nonfiction text are Reading A to Z and Myon. Those are the best ways for you to get informational text. I encourage you to read about Native Americans, okay? At least one book about Native Americans. And I'm going to share with your teachers some books that they can put into a little package for you so that when you go into Myon, it's a collection of books and then you can read about Native Americans and different things, like not just your average boring information that you would find in an encyclopedia. There's some pretty awesome books in Mayan. Okay, so in your reading today, whether it's in Mayan or whether it's a nonfiction text that you have at home, or whether it's in reading A to Z, what challenged, what changed, and what confirmed what you already knew about the topic of your nonfiction reading? Okay, so at first I thought the text was going to be boring because the author was telling me stuff I already knew, but when I found out that the octopus had great eyesight but couldn't hear well, I became really curious. And that's the stop and jot. So make sure you're reading at least 25 to 30 minutes, and I will see you at guided practice. Until then, read on, Knights.